everyone. It is Self-Care Sunday. I tell you. Self-Care edition. What other way is there? How are you tonight? What are you grateful for this Sunday evening? That is what I want to know. Tell me about your day and what you are grateful for on this Valentine's Eve, this Super Bowl Sunday, this 13th of February. What are you excited about this Sunday night as you get ready to eat some chicken wings, nachos, or just have a good time? Just have a good time. It's just a day to be together, an evening to be together. It's something that you sit back and watch the ads, whatever it is that you're doing with this game. It is about you and just enjoying each other, enjoying your world. That is what it is about. So tell me about your day and what is happening in your world. That's what I want to know. I've been excited. I'm excited to be back on set. I'm excited to be back here on set. Feels like forever since I've been on set. Hey, I decided to be your pregame tonight, Kitty. You're not doing anything with the game. Adele and Dazzle are here. Dazzle and the Pets of Resale. It is treat time. Treat time, I tell you. Yeah, I wanted to hop on before the game because, like most games, halftime would be a good time to hop on. Tonight, in the Super Bowl, most people want to see what they're doing for the halftime show. And even if you have nothing to do with the game and don't like anything about the game, the commercials can be quite interesting and give you that bit of inspiration for your own ad or your own video reel. I mean, I can see who pops into my head with like trying to recreate some crazy Super Bowl ad for their store? It's Zach and Marianne at Best Friends Consignment in Algonquin, Illinois. They have done some crazy videos over the years of just crazy stuff. So I could see them and their dogs and little Missy like trying to recreate some crazy Super Bowl ad that I haven't even seen. Best Friends edition. I don't know. I'm just talking out loud, and Marianne will be like, "Oh my God, Zach, Neil called us out on it. Now we have to do it." We'll see what they come up with. We are broadcasting tonight on both Facebook and YouTube. Any problems with Facebook, hop on over to YouTube. I am there as well. Same Neil, different camera. I got that 2-camera thing going on tonight. But I'm not going to take up too much of your night here tonight. Because I know tonight was going to be a hard night, but I do like to be consistent. With things and show up with everything. And I know it's been cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs with all the travel I've had lately. It's like, what day is it? What city am I in? I've been a little cuckoo lately and trying to keep up with where I am and what I'm doing. But I have had, it has been such a diverse group of store owners that I have been with over the last few weeks. And so many different things that I have seen that it has been really, really great. So I am enjoying that. I love that. Let me grab my glasses here. Well, it's just, you see so many different things when you get out to different stores. For all you ladies think that your stores are the same, you see completely different things. You have completely different dreams and challenges. And so I love helping and working with each one of you individually to achieve your dreams. So let me get started here. I just put down my glasses with our Stay Positive book. Our Stay Positive book. Let's see where we are. On page 22, positive leaders don't lead in a sea of tranquility, but through storms of adversity. That's why optimism, belief, and faith are essential. Leaders don't complain. Once you complain, you're creating a culture that says complaining is the norm, because the leader not only knows it, but practices it. Emotions are contagious, and as a leader, you set the tone for your team. There you go. I'm all for the positive, people. I'm all for the positive. And I'm not for, and I say that I'm all for the positive, but I'm not for hopey dopey positive, if that makes sense. You know, I don't do the hopey dopey stuff. I do attainable, positive, attainable results. I look for, you know, what little tweaks, slight edge change, slight edge. You don't have to move the needle a lot to get where you want to go in your business. And hopey dopey is as bad as Sally Sorry, you know, sorry Sally, you know, where it just gets depressing. So it is so great to focus in a positive optimism mindset, because it all starts up here. Your mindset is where it all begins, and how we drive everything. I like our quote from Simon tonight. Our quote from Simon: we can only truly be in charge when we are willing to let others take charge. We can only truly be in charge when we let others take charge. There you go. Well, since it is Super Bowl Sunday, and I know most of you that are listening and watching are not like big sports fans. Okay, I get that. I'm not a big sports fan. I know enough to be dangerous. I know enough about sports to be dangerous. I guess that's a thing, is what it is. But I like how the Super Bowl brings people together regardless of their sports affiliations, regardless of where they are in their world, regardless of who they care about. I mean, you know, Tom Brady isn't playing this year. I like football. I like watching football. I like watching how the game can change. Kitty, I'm right there with you. I like the pace of the game of football in general. And so I am while I am not necessarily into the Rams or the Bengals this year, I am into what can we learn from them? What can we learn about being better? I mean, one of them is going to be, woo, no Brady. Says the Brady haters. The Brady haters. Vegas is still betting that he'll be voted MVP this year, and he's not playing, and he's retired. But he will still be. My guess is he will still be talked about more in this game than some of the players that are actually playing this game. So my personal guess is that we will still hear much about Brady during this, which is just kind of funny. And for whatever he's worth, he is leaving at the top of his game per se. And that's sort of what I wanted to talk about tonight is, much attention will be paid tonight to whoever wins the game, whichever team, the Rams, the Bengals. Much attention will be paid to whoever wins the game. But they are not. They are very similar to your business, okay? And we go through changes in our business. Not everything we do is a win. Not everything we do is a slam dunk touchdown win. And that gets lost in sports. We celebrate the victories, we celebrate the most valuable player, we celebrate these things, but that's what's really fleeting. because, they learn so much from their losses. And no team has been without defeat. Okay. Every team that's ever played has had defeats, including you and your business. We all have defeats. We all have things that knock us down, kick us back. We all have things that do that. The two teams in this Super Bowl this year, the Rams are 15-5. That means they won 15 games, lost 5 games. The Bengals are 13-7, won 13 games, lost 7 going into tonight. Neither team is perfect. You and your business are not perfect. No matter how many accolades, how many things you've gotten, you have the things, and it weighs on us as business owners. The losses weighs on us, the things that didn't work. But each of these teams, after each of these losses, got back up. It's not about getting knocked down. It's about getting back up. They won the ones that counted. They won the ones that mattered. They learned from their losses is the other way that I would look at it, is that they learned and they adapted and they became better. Not everything we will do in business is a touchdown, is a win. Part of it's about moving the needle. That's where I talk about just slight edge change, tiny changes in your business that can have a huge multiplying effect, and can help take you to the next level. That is what I talk about with and working in, because that's where you can have the biggest success. And these teams are a perfect example of that. I mean, the Rams, which are 15-5 this year, were 12-5 last year. The Bengals, which are 13-7 this year, were 10-7 last year. Okay? So they've taken the lessons they learned from their failures and made themselves better. They've built themselves a better team. And that's through a number of things. They've gotten better plays. They play better when they're on the field. They've gotten better players. They've let go players that were holding them back, that weren't going to get them to the next level. The players that got them to 10-7 weren't necessarily the players that were going to get them to 13-7. The players that got the Rams to 12-5 weren't necessarily the players that were going to get them to 15-5. And so gaining the skills that they did not have to get where they're going, okay, is huge. No better example than the Bengals, which 2 years ago were 4-11. They were 4-11. They only won 4 games versus 13 this year so far. Okay. And that is a huge example of moving the needle, changing the team members that were holding them back, the players that were that got them to 4-11 weren't going to be the ones that got them to 10-7. The players that were and the plays and the way that they played that got them to 10-7 were not going to get them to 13-7. It is a mindset. It is a career shift. It is a business shift. It is how you make those shifts that get you to the next level. It is these little tiny changes. And if we were to go back and look at the Bengals or the Rams and look at the changes that they made over the last few years, no one change was seismic. But these little changes, okay, that you make in your business, whether it's how you display things when you walk in the door, how your swing shop looks, how you create your website, the team members, when you get that negative Nelly off your team, okay, that allows you to grow and move forward. Those things become seismic. Those things, those changes, those subtle changes become seismic changes to your business over time and have a great multiplying effect. So that these two teams who just a couple years ago did not have such a great record are now vying for the championship. And even the team that loses this game is not a loser. loser. I mean, in the technical ascent of sports, they are, but in the business of sports, they're not. And the principles that got them there will help keep them at the top of their game if they continue to follow those principles. And that is really key, is continuing to follow the things that bring you success. Okay, because doing the things like that breeds more success. But understanding that it is the plays in your business that you make. It is the players on your team, that negative Nelly that is on your team, or Karen, as some of you like to call them, okay, can be holding you back, and letting them go can free you. I mention this because I've been on site so much, and this is perfect to this analogy. When I come back from an on-site, from all the on-sites I've been doing, my team wants to know three things. Three things they want to know about my trip that they always ask. They want to know, when did you make somebody cry? And that can be tears of sadness, tears of joy. Usually it's tears of, you didn't know what you didn't know. You can't be better till you know better. Okay? You didn't know what you didn't know. So that's one thing they want to know, how long it took till somebody cried. Two, they want to know, when did the Tylenol or the Advil come out? Okay? Because when you're intensely working on your business, there's a lot of parts to that. There is a lot of parts to it. And you're not used to doing that, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I got a headache. And the third one was, they want to know who I fired. And you're like, how could you go in and fire somebody for a business you don't own? You're not the boss of somebody else's business. And it's that I help people make decisions that they knew they needed to make all along. They get rid of the Karen, they get rid of the sad Sally who's holding their business back, that team member. They cut that team member that isn't performing, that isn't up to par, that isn't going to get them to the next level, that isn't going to take them from 10-7 to 13-7, isn't going to take them from 12-5 to 15-5. Is not going to take them to that level. And because you need the best players to have the best team. You need the players in the right seat on the bus, doing the right things with the right tools to do their job. And if you have that, you can have a championship team, just like we will have tonight. And I would say, going into this game, both teams are champions. Okay, because they have beat out the others. They are there. And this is where you are in business. This is how you evolve in business, to be a better you, to be a better store, to be the best that you want to be. And it ultimately is about you and your dreams for your store, for your business, for your family. Okay, because it is about, with your store, it is about creating the life you want to live. It is creating the dreams you want for your store and for your team. Okay, so that you have a store of excellence and living with excellence and are excellent. So that's sort of my Super Bowl. That gives you your rah-rah as we head into kickoff tonight on the Super Bowl, but gives you a rah-rah without giving you false hope. Because I don't do hopey-dopey. You know what I do is this video and everything I talk about. This video and everything I talk about goes over to narch.org/resale strong by noon the next day. Noon, I tell you, all the files, all the links. Everything goes over to narch.org/resale strong, including a direct link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yes, you can ring that bell. Ring that bell so you know when another one drops. You also can share it with everybody you know in business: the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, the football player. Share it with everybody. Share it with everybody so we can help everybody be better and excel and live a life of excellence. I am here every Sunday and Wednesday, and I will be on Wednesday. I am not traveling on Wednesday this week. I'm only going to New Hampshire this week, so relatively close this week is where my travels will take me. But know that I am here every Sunday and Wednesday at more 8 than ish. But if you have a question in between, you can just email me, Neil, Neil at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. I got some backlog of emails I will catch up on this week. I got some office time in between my trip to New Hampshire this week, so I will get caught up this week. We start this program every night with the Stay Positive book, our new book for 2022. Tonight, we're on page 22 of all things. If you were not here at the top of the program, our lead-in was positive leaders don't lead in a sea of tranquility, but through storms of adversity. That's why optimism, belief, and faith are essential. Leaders don't complain. Once you complain, you're creating a culture that says complaining is the norm. Because the leader not only knows it, but practices it. Emotions are contagious, and as a leader, you set the tone for your team. Through adversity, we have a choice. We can run away from each other, or we can run toward each other. Remember, connection breeds commitment. Connection breeds commitment. Isn't that a great ending for our theme tonight? Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. We will party again. We will party in person. And when we do, I'm going to be there with you. Have you booked your reservation yet for NART's conference in June? In person, people, in person. I'm going to be there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, until Wednesday at more 8 than ish, know that you and you, but most importantly you, yes, you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. Enjoy the Super Bowl, the commercials, and some great food. I'll see you Wednesday. Yay, Kitty. Thanks for signing up.